In the 1600s, life in the American colonies revolved around trade with England. The English government's mercantilist policy promoted commerce, which was facilitated by the London Company and other companies. The Virginia Charter granted special trade privileges, imposing heavy duties on outsiders and turning revenue into the company's treasury. Picture a Virginia port at dawn. Barrels of tobacco are rolled down to the docks, and a merchant carefully checks his cargo list. He knows this shipment, bound for London, could make or break his year. Across the colonies, New England sent fish, lumber, and ships, while the middle colonies exported grain and livestock. In return, ships from England arrived heavy with goods the colonists craved: fine cloth, tools, glass, ironware, and spices. For many families, these imports were the only link to the comforts of Europe. But commerce wasn't only about goods, it was about people too. Many poor men and women in England could not afford the costly voyage, so merchants and landowners paid their passage in exchange for years of labor as indentured servants. Their contracts were sold to planters in places like Virginia, where tobacco fields demanded endless work. Alongside this, the triangular trade carried sugar, rum, and enslaved Africans through the Atlantic. Together, these exchanges created an economy that tied the colonies tightly to Europe and the wider world. From the sweat of servants and enslaved laborers to the wealth of merchants and planters, commerce in the 1600s was the lifeblood of colonial America, fueling growth, opportunity, and deep divisions that would shape the nation's future. But the trade wasn't free. England enforced the Navigation Acts, laws that required colonial products to be shipped only on English vessels and sold first in English ports. This kept money flowing back to the crown and made colonists dependent on prices set across the Atlantic. For planters and merchants alike, trade meant opportunity and risk. A sudden drop in London tobacco prices or a storm that sank a ship could ruin fortunes overnight. Importing and exporting with England built wealth, but it also created the frustrations that later fueled the colonies' fight for independence. As always, thank you for watching. If you want to learn more about American history, please like, share, and follow.